Right, folks, this celebrity Get Me Out of Here palaver and all these reality shows, as I keep saying, I don't watch them, and I don't. But I tend to know bits of what's going on in them because they're shown all over the day on daytime TV. And I heard the latest bit from last night is that this is a YouTuber. She's had a bit of a falling out with, is he called Fred? He might even be called Syriac. I've not wrote it down, but it might be. I've heard his name before. I know who he is. Is he on that first dates or blind dates or something dates again? I don't watch that neither, but I know who he is. He sounds a bit French. I don't know if he is or not. I'm not sure. I did see a couple of days ago, I think he had a bit of a run-in with Nigel about Brexit. I don't think it was too heated, but I don't know. Yesterday, it's a turn of this. What's her name? Is it Nelly? Ellie? Jelly? Belly? Nella! Yes, she's a YouTuber. Anyway, he said whilst they're talking something like, I'm old enough to have been your dad or to be your dad. I think he said he's 51, 52, she's about 26. And she said, what? He said, I'm old enough to be your dad. Not that he is a dad, but he would be old enough, and you do the math, as they say in America, and he would be old enough to be a dad. No, you're not. My dad was a lot older than you. He said, no, I know, but I'm old enough to be your dad, meaning it could be the age difference works. Now, that's a saying I say pretty regularly. Say it to me kids, to my grandkids, I'm old enough to be a grandkid. Well, I'm a granddad and whatever else. I say all these kind of things. I actually said it to a woman today. What were we on about? Can't think what it was. I wasn't coming on to anything. There was nothing in it. But I said something that I would remember that she wouldn't. And she said, and I said, oh, well, I'm old enough to be your dad. I'm going to remember it. Don't know what it was. She wasn't offended in any way, shape or form. This girl today shouldn't have been. Seemingly, her mum and dad died young. And anyway, he said this to her, and she said, no, you're not old enough to be my dad. He said, I am. And she said, no, you're not. And they both died. And I think that was it. I'm assuming it's later on. I don't think it's straight away. She's then decided to take offence. She said, it's terrible. He said all that, old enough to be a dad, when he knows full well that our mum and dad had already died and died young. Now, I'm not so sure he did know that, but even if he'd heard it, he may have forgotten. You could tell by the way he delivered it and what he said. He never meant anything by it. I'm certain he never. And I thought, this is a young girl just after a bit of notoriety, a bit of attention. She's already got lots of followers because she's on that there YouTube. Don't know her at all. She'll obviously be bigger than myself. She's going to be because I'm a late bloomer, a late starter. I'm not saying I'm going to bloom, but I'll try my best. She's going to be one of these influencers, isn't she? She's bound to be, otherwise they won't have her on the TV. She'll have a big following, and she's trying to garner more, and she's trying to garner sympathy. I'm sure about that. For all I don't know her, and for all I just seen 30 seconds on, I think it was Loose Women, I thought, you're at the games here, lovey. There's no doubt about that. That fella, when he said that, I'm sure meant nothing. And I'm certain, if he thinks saying that's going to make her upset for a long-lost mum and dad, he would not have said it. Nobody in the right mind would. And I thought, what kind of play acting is that all that about? Why bring in the fact that your mum and dad have died into something where it's not needed at all and it's not relevant at all? It was on Loose Women because a couple of the women said she was out of order, and Janet, who I normally like, saw her side and sort of backed up, and I thought, no, Janet, you're wrong on this one. And again, people will disagree with me on here. People that like her, this Nelly. Is it Nelly? I see, I've already forgotten. Told you folks, my memory's crap. Nella. People who like her will say, no, you're wrong. She's a lovely person and he was out of order. Now, as I say, he's got form now. Argument with Nigel, night one. Fallout with her, day two. She's saying she don't want any food cooked by him. She doesn't want to go near him. She doesn't want this. She don't want that. And I'm thinking, tell you what, lovey, you're definitely at some games here. As I say, I don't watch it. I know it's all false. I know they're all at games because my daughter tells it me all the time. They're playing games. They're doing this. I've heard it for years. And it does me head in. And look, I'm saying it myself now. But I'm not saying it for watching it. I don't, and I never will. But I do see these bits on the Loose Women, or the This Morning, or the this, the that, or the other, and I seen that and I thought, what kind of person does all that about our long dead mum and dad? Just to try and garner attention and get more votes, and to upset somebody that really has said absolutely nothing wrong. Or in my eyes anyway. I've only seen seconds of it. I might be wrong, but I thought to myself, no. She's having everybody on there. I just hope people are clever enough to see through it, because that's what I'm sure she's doing. Anyway, that's it from me for today. Nothing else. It's another relatively quiet one. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.